Hi everyone, welcome to Monday's TNT. A little bit different because we're using the camera from my MacBook computer. I left my selfie stick up in Phang Nga over the weekend, so I've got nothing to rest the iPhone on. So you're just going to have to put up with a slightly inferior camera quality. Apologies for that, but plenty of news to get through from the weekend. Let's start off with the Bangkok Post. Not necessarily a story of theirs, but they've made a bit of a change. Let's see what they've done. So the new Bangkok Post website, putting the top stories up the top there. Then there's trending news you may like. Then news from Thailand, business news as is their wont. Then they've got a section on the latest exchange rates and also all the latest petrol prices that you can expect. And then if we go, of course, they've got another big banner ad down there, and Thailand Decides, which is, of course, the current news on the election of the Prime Minister. Big banner ad up the top. And then they've also got Most Recent, and the Most Recent just catalogues all the latest stories in their chronological order. So that's the way that they've changed the Bangkok Post website over the weekend. And wow, I mean, they've come kicking and screaming into the 2010s, it seems. But I'm not sure what was wrong with the old format of the Bangkok Post. And when it comes to the font they've used, I think all you need to do is type into your Google machine what is the most popular font for reading online, and they would have found out, as they were using before, that it's Times New Roman, but they've gone to a new sans serif font. Anyway, tell us what you think in the comments of the new Bangkok Post layout for their online publication. They are, without doubt, the highest readership for English-speaking media in Thailand, so interested to know what you think of them. Let's go to our first story today, and well, it's not in the BangkokPost.com, it's from Pattaya News, and it's an update. Family of Hans Peter Mack commends Thai police for remarkable speed in resolving case. And the Thai Deputy National Police Chief, Police General Surachat Hakpan, no reference to his nickname, and it says the family of Hans Peter Mack recently contacted him to consult about the funeral arrangements of the victim. He stated the family was relieved knowing that all prime suspects had been arrested and the victim's stolen money had been recovered. Regarding the progress of the investigation, the police said 5 suspects had been arrested or detained, 4 of them still denying their involvement. And it says the landlord of the house also cooperated with the investigation. The primary suspect and alleged ringleader is still believed to be Mr. Olaf Brinkmann, 52, from Germany, although he's denied all charges and refuses to speak to police except through his legal team. And Brinkmann was charged with premeditated murder and could potentially face the death penalty. And the 27-year-old Thai-Pakistani national has been highly cooperative with Thai police and has claimed that Brinkmann threatened to murder his parents and kidnap his wife and sister. So his cooperation was covered on Friday's TNT. Let's see if we can find out more about the motive. Police General Surachat suspected that the motive behind the crime was a desire for the victim's money. However, the police are expanding an investigation to find other potential motives. As for the victim, there's no evidence found to suggest, say the police, his involvement in any illegal business activities. Furthermore, there have been no records of conflicts or disputes with his family or close circle. And down the bottom there, he's looking into a claim that the suspects had been staying in Thailand by improperly using retirement visas. And he mentioned Petra Grungruff and Olaf Brinkmann as borrowing money to get over their 800,000 baht threshold for a retirement visa. And then the third paragraph there, Hakpan also stated that police would be investigating at length motorcycle clubs that the suspect had ties to. Their visas would also be scrutinised to ensure they were properly following all Thai laws and regulations. So looks like some members of some of the motorcycle gangs might be scrambling for visa agents this morning. Moving on to our next story today, and we will have the latest in all the political machinations a little bit later on in the program. And from nationthailand.com, who haven't changed their website, Malaysia, best place to retire in Asia. So, of course, we're wondering, where will Thailand fall in this particular list? Malaysia ranks first in the list of the 10 safest places to retire in Asia, according to US financial services corporation NASDAQ. In an article in its Go Banking Rates, it said the findings were based from the United Nations Pacific Asia Region Group and the World Population Reviews. So it looks like they are getting their data from respected sources. Let's see what they've come up with. It also obtained cost of living figures from Numbeo and the Global Peace Index from the Institute for Economic and Peace Global Peace Index 2022 report. Didn't even know there was such a thing. NASDAQ also set a precedent that countries need to have global peace indexes of under 2 to qualify. Malaysia takes the number 1 spot with an average monthly expenses at just $1,000. Runner-up is Kuwait, and it's got a monthly cost of living of around about $1,741, remembering that they're looking at cost of living and also these peace indexes to come up with their number 1s, number 2s, number 3s. Number 3 is Mongolia. It's got an average monthly cost of living of just under $1,000. Number 4 is Vietnam, followed by Indonesia and Jordan, Cambodia, Oman, Cyprus and Nepal. And missing in action, Thailand. Maybe it failed that Global Peace Index rating. It wasn't under 2, as I've got a cat on the table. Anything could happen. And moving on to our next story now, let's talk weather. And from ThaiPBSWorld.com, Tropical Storm Salim to bring more rain to Thailand from Wednesday. The story says that Tropical Storm Salim is forecast to make landfall in northern Vietnam by Wednesday, likely to bring more rain, with isolated heavy to very heavy downfalls in northern, northeastern, eastern, southern and central Thailand. Don't think there's anything left. The storm is currently in the South China Sea, gradually moving west towards China's Hainan Island. We'll check out the very latest in just a moment. The strong winds and high waves are anticipated in the Andaman Sea. That's the coast where you've got Phuket, Krabi, Khao Lak, for example. And then down the bottom there, it's saying a 60 to 70% chance of rain in, well, just about all the areas of Thailand. Well, let's go to the map, the weather map, and check the progress of this tropical storm. And we can see there that, just zooming in, that's where the tropical storm is at the moment, heading towards China and Hainan. It's just going to sort of come across the very, very northern coast of Vietnam and then scoot across the top of Laos. So it looks like most of that rain will be in the north or the northeast of Thailand, but we'll certainly keep an eye on any weather that you need to know about as the week goes, and if we see more effects from that tropical storm. Speaking of weather, let's go to some awful weather up in South Korea. And from nationthailand.com, monsoon rain in South Korea leaves at least 36 dead and 10 missing. Heavy monsoon rain left at least 36 people dead and left 10 others missing, while forcing nearly 8,000 people to be evacuated from their homes across South Korea. And the South Korean president said, "I respectfully express my condolences to those who died during this heavy rain." He's currently in Eastern Europe, but he held a video conference yesterday. Most fatalities came from the southeastern region of the country. In North Gyeongsang province, 17 people died, mainly due to landslides and housing collapses, followed by 11 reported deaths in North Chungcheong province. And a total of 11 people were reported missing from underpass flooding. So let's check the latest on that. Also reported in nationthailand.com, 7 dead, 9 injured in the submerged South Korean underpass. At least 7 people were found dead in a flooded underpass located in North Chungcheong province as of Sunday morning. And it says the underpass became submerged around 8:40 a.m. on Saturday as a nearby riverbank collapsed due to heavy downpours. Water flooded into the underpass within minutes, and about 15 vehicles, including a public bus, became trapped in the 4-lane tunnel. The exact number of people who were killed inside the underpass is still unclear. And checking the KoreaHerald.com this morning, the headline saying that 49 dead or missing in downpours after 4 more bodies recovered from underground road. And also reported in the Courier Herald today, record July monsoon sees highest casualties in 12 years. We're seeing a lot of records broken recently around Southeast Asia, high temperatures, amount of rain, and then we'll hear, say, for example, in the island of Phuket, one of the driest wet seasons we've ever had on record so far. But of course that could change, and there is rain expected later this week. By the way, big thanks to our sponsor, 5 Star Marine, who have had a great run of weather. And you can make your bookings through 5 Star Marine in a link in the description under this video. A windy day ahead here on the Southern Island. Big thanks to the people that joined our, well, it was a Friday night live TNT this week, and also with Grumpy Old Men yesterday. I think we'll be back to a Saturday morning live program this week, and we'll just sort of see if we'll change our time for the live programs in the future. Let's move on to some political news, remembering that we've got the next round of voting this Wednesday and Thursday, and we'll try and see what's been happening over the weekend. And reported in Bangkok Post, the new look at Bangkok Post today, Pheu Thai power bid gains pace and business backs the party to boost the economy. The private sector is expressing support for the Pheu Thai party to lead the formation of a new government, saying its economic policies will help turn the economy around. So the Pheu Thai party, who's won every election over the past 2 decades, except the last May 14 election when the Move Forward party pipped them by about 10 MPs, are getting the support, it seems, of the Thai Chamber of Commerce. And the chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce says the party has the personnel with the capability and expertise to manage the economy. He said the Thai Chamber of Commerce believes that if Pheu Thai leads the formation of the new government, its economic policies will propel the country forward, particularly those that stimulate growth and reduce inequality. And the Move Forward party, and this statement was made on Saturday by its leader Pita said it will be willing to let its coalition partner Pheu Thai have a go at forming the government if its own bid to get its leader Pita elected as PM fails. So the question is whether the 8-party coalition will try and nominate Pita at least 1 or 2 more times, or whether they'll throw him under the bus before then and nominate a Pheu Thai prime ministerial candidate. And BangkokPost.com reporting a car rally demands anti-Pita senators quit. So supporters of the 8-party coalition are turning on the senators after them either not even being there or voting mostly against Pita last Thursday. And about 700 people using 500 cars and motorcycles joined a rally in central Bangkok on Sunday afternoon to demand the resignation of the senators who didn't vote for the prime ministerial candidate Pita of the election-winning Move Forward party last Thursday. The demonstrators first gathered at the Democracy Monument and then moved to the headquarters of the Navy, the Army and the police. Why? Well, the chiefs of the armed forces and the police, as well as the chief of the Defence Forces and the Permanent Secretary for Defence, all senators, were absent from the joint sitting of the House and the Senate last Thursday, when parliamentarians held their vote for Mr. Pita. And after visiting the headquarters of the Army, the Navy and the police, the car rally was set to reach its destination at the front of the Bangkok Arts and Culture Centre in the Pattaya area. That's, of course, the big skywalk there that links the Siam Discovery Centre, I think it's called, and MBK. So pretty big and, well, busy intersection. ThaiPBSWorld.com reports that online call to find information on senators' mistresses trends in Thailand. And Thai social media is seeing the hashtag #SenatorsMistress trending, calling on people to gather information on senators' extramarital affairs. You see, you get these younger, more educated, online-savvy people riled up, and they're going to come back fighting. And the hashtag was used more than 500,000 times, fewer than half the over 1 million use of senators' business. a call to boycott businesses related to senators and their families. While the latest hashtag hasn't produced much information on senators' extramarital dalliances, a number of brands have reacted to the first one with information on their ownership as to whether it includes senators and their families. Some senators have vowed to sue anyone who causes damage to their families, while some Move Forward supporters posted online that they believe families should be left alone. Well, if you're going to be mixing business and politics, some shit might just happen. And also from ThaiPBSWorld.com, poll respondents want Pita to be nominated until he's elected PM. Let's see what happened. More than 40% of the respondents to a NIDA poll, and we should remind you that the NIDA polls are well respected and don't appear to show any political bias. And the respondents say they want the Move Forward Party leader Pita Limjaroenrat to be re-nominated continuously until he's selected as Thailand's 30th Prime Minister. Let's check the actual results. And 21% of the respondents say Pita should be re-nominated until he's selected. Well, that's not quite what the headline said, but let's see the other responses in the NIDA poll. 69% of the respondents say Pita should be re-nominated 1 or 2 times at most. 98% of the respondents suggest that Move Forward Party should backtrack on some of the policies opposed by senators. Well, we know that's basically the lèse majesté law, and 94% of the respondents say the Move Forward Party should step aside to let Pheu Thai Party to take the lead in forming the government. I think we'll find that's what's going to happen. 88% of the respondents suggest that Move Forward to invite some parties in the current government to join the coalition. Well, they'll have to make changes to that proposed amendments to Article 112 if that was going to happen. And 67% of the protest should be held to pressure the senators ahead of the next sitting of the Parliament on July the 19th. So a response there from the public about what they think should happen on July the 19th and July the 20th, if it takes July the 20th to decide on a Thai Prime Minister. I think we will probably have a Thai Prime Minister by the end of this week. But if not Pita, who do they think should be the next Thai Prime Minister? The respondents said that 38.5% prefer the Pheu Thai Party's Pattongtarn Shinawat, 35% for Srettha Thavisin, and he's basically a real estate mogul who was put up by the Pheu Thai Party, and then 6.8% for General Prayut Chan-o-cha. And we go down the list, 5.4% for General Prawit Wongsuwon from the Palang Pracharat Party, only 4.2% for poor old Pumjai Thai Party leader Anitin Shah-Virakun, and the rest don't really matter. So as we said a few weeks ago, I think we're going to see this Srettha Thavisin emerge as the next Thai Prime Minister, but really anything could happen, and we've got 2 days to go before the Senate and the lower house sit to nominate and elect a new Prime Minister. Now, a story I don't have time for today, but I will do tomorrow, and this reported in the new look Bangkok Post, and it said Phuket bounces back, overseas arrivals now exceed pre-COVID levels. Well, that's demonstrably rubbish, and we'll go through those numbers and try and figure out why the local tourism association came up with these numbers and why the Bangkok Post didn't fact check them themselves. But that's in tomorrow's program. Thanks for dropping in today. Sorry about the quality of the camera. Probably didn't make a lot of difference to some people, but I hope to have my selfie stick back in use tomorrow. Thanks to 5 Star Marine for their ongoing support. Thanks to you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.